In today's video, we are going to talk about the best amusement park in America. And guess what? It's right here in Southern Missouri. Let's get into it. Moving to Southern Missouri is the best thing I've ever done for my family. And for those of you that know your theme parks, you're going to know that I'm talking about Silver Dollar City. And being from the Ozarks, of course it's old-timey, and it's themed in the 1800s, and that is why America loves Silver Dollar City. And in today's video, I'm going to provide a little bit of an unusual analysis of Silver Dollar City. And I'm going to do that by talking firstly about what it isn't. And to talk about what it isn't, we need to look at some of its competition. So let's take a look at Disney. Over there at Disney, we have Vivian Ware, who's a manager of the parks, and she has removed all gendered greetings and signs, and also all employees are given instruction to never greet nor assume the genders of any children attending the parks. In a similar vein, we have Disney producer LaToya Raveneux, who has stated that she's going to be adding queerness wherever possible. And that's going to be Disney characters, themes, and it's also been said by one of Disney's content presidents, Carrie Burke, that half of all Disney characters and themes are going to be transgender, gay, or represent a racial minority. So all that definitely doesn't describe Silver Dollar City. So there's that. I mean, here's a super novel idea. What if you focused on amusement parks and theme parks being the most fun and enjoyable for children and families? Pretty radical, right? And that seems to be what Silver Dollar City has done successfully. It has been voted #1 theme park, I believe for several years in a row, by USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards. And it's also gotten a few other awards, like the Time Traveler has also been voted in top 20 best roller coasters. The tropical themed water park, which is called Whitewater, has also been voted top 20 best water parks. And so oddly enough, just being down home and old-timey is working. And obviously it's working because Silver Dollar City is continuing to grow, and rumor has it is about to go through another big expansion. I haven't been able to find out any details about what would be part of that expansion, but they already have, of course, the super successful theme park of the 1800s, and then also the water park. So not sure where a big expansion would go, but I'm sure it would be incredible. Actually, here's the details on the expansion. In October 2024, Silver Dollar City announced plans to invest $500 million. Whoa! To develop more family attractions on over 1,200 acres. See, this is news to me. I had heard it was neighboring 60 acres. Whoa! 1,200 acres of land next to the park. This will be the largest investment in the park's history. Mind blown. Are you kidding me? This isn't even a park. It's becoming like as big as a county. It's Silver Dollar County. That's crazy. And we do go several times a year, and it is incredibly fun. My kids absolutely love it there. And as a parent who's also someone who's been, of course, to Disneyland multiple times throughout my life, I have to say it does feel like a particularly just safe theme park. I don't know really how to describe that other than almost like an intuitive thing. And maybe it's to, where it is in the world, like Southern California and Florida sometimes don't feel like the safest place in the world, and the Ozarks comparably does. But it's interesting because as I was thinking about that, I went onto YouTube and I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna Google like how many creeps are Disney employees that are arrested every year compared to Silver Dollar City. And I was kind of blown away. Seriously, this is super creepy, and one of the many reasons that my family and I will never go to Disney or Disney World ever. So I typed in Disney employees connected to CHILD blank blank. I mean, you can fill those blanks in with any awful thing. And what you'll find is that so many pages come up. It's mind-blowing. Stuff going back 15 years, stuff as recent as 2 months ago. Sometimes it's a single person, sometimes it's 100 people connected to rings of people doing this. And it's pictures, it's videos, it's the acts of that. And it is a lot. So that is definitely a reason that I and my family will never go to Disney or Disney World. Not interested at all. And conversely, I want you to type that in and then put Silver Dollar City, and what comes up? Nothing. What comes up is just a bunch of like advertisements for Silver Dollar City and people looking super dorky and innocent and having fun at Silver Dollar City. And it's none of this insanity, this disgusting insanity and demonic activity. So that right there is my vote for Silver Dollar City. And honestly, just the history of the park is so cool. It actually started with the cave there, which is the deepest cave. It's had a lot of different names. I think originally it was called Marble Cave because they actually thought it was made of marble, turned out to be limestone. And then people were calling it Marvel Cave for a while because it was so deep. From our experience, don't let your husband talk you into going into the cave with a 2-year-old who hasn't had a nap. Because you're gonna get halfway down all them stairs, and then your kid's gonna lose it, and everyone's gonna be looking at you, and your kid's gonna be screaming, and they're going to allow you to then scooch by everyone and walk up all those stairs again to get out of the cave. But that cave was the attraction for years. And it wasn't until the Herschend family, they did some sort of deal where they got like this 99, I think it was a 99-year lease on that cave. And they just kind of, you know, obviously were entrepreneurs, and they started to think about, well, how could we make it like more comfortable? Like maybe let's have like a lounge area outside of the cave, and maybe we can have more like food and attractions once people come through the other side of the cave. And they had that kind of the beginning thoughts of this theme park in their mind. And by doing little things, they actually got 8,000 people to come. I believe the first year they had that lease. But it wasn't until they were told that actually all around that cave was the bones, the skeletons of this old mining town. And this local person, at least a story is told, took the Herschends around and showed them actually, like they actually had to like cut brush and find these remains of this old mining town. And the Herschends, obviously being creative people, you know, having kind of that service and red carpet kind of idea too, of like really providing, you know, this pleasurable experience for people coming to see the cave. All of that kind of just blossomed in their mind when they saw these old buildings, and they wanted to rebuild that old mining town and have it be married to the cave. And that was the beginning of what we know now as this theme park, Silver Dollar City. And just how cool. What a neat history, and so fitting of the Ozarks. Now, the only shade I'm going to be throwing at Silver Dollar City is something that I learned recently from my friend and client, Michelle, who tells me pretty much, she keeps me like up to date with things. Hey, shout out to Michelle if you're watching. But she let me know that back in the day, and I don't know like the years or time periods, that they had way more local artisans and locally made crafts than they do now, which they have a little flavor of that, but it's pretty much just mass-produced stuff that kind of has a crafty kind of vibe. Now, saying that, I know a lot of the festivals and the different events that they will have local artisans and craftspeople present there, but in terms of like the day-and-day sales, they obviously they figured out that they would make a lot more money by capitalizing, on all of that, buying probably cheaper, probably Chinese made stuff, and, having it have kind of that artisan feel and selling it and keeping it all in-house. But the way Michelle described it, it once was a lot more of like the local artisans, and it just sounded so amazing. And so I wish, and maybe this can be brought back, that Silver Dollar City, would have capitalized on some of the merchandise and the different crafts that are sold there, but would have also preserved the place for those local artisans. So that would be my one big critique of Silver Dollar City, is that it would be neat to see really true blue and not just kind of like faux crafts and artisan made products. But otherwise, in terms of like just sheer high adrenaline fun, it's amazing at Silver Dollar City, and my kids are constantly wanting to go back, and I'm, the miser of the family that's like, we should do other things. Let's go to a natural spring. And what I love about it is just how much my family loves it. I have to say, I went one time on the Time Traveler, and that was way enough time traveling for me. I apparently have just got to the age where, yeah, that's not fun anymore. It was just stressful. But my eldest daughter, who's 14, thinks it's like the coolest thing ever. And yeah, she was scared. My husband had to I don't even know. He had to kind of coax her for a few hours to get her to go on that ride. And she'd go wait in line and then, get scared and leave. But she finally did it, and then she's just been all about it. But in short, you guys, you gotta go. It's like, one of the things that you just have to do when you're here. And if you have kids, even if you're like super rural and you're doing the homestead thing, take them to Silver Dollar City. Seriously, they're gonna have a blast. You'll end up having a blast too. You'll also be so tired when you leave that, you'll be like, I could not go there again for a while. So in short, best theme park in America is right here in the Ozarks in Stone County, Branson West, which also is where BF Realty, the brokerage that we work out of. So yeah, we have a love for that area. So feel free to pop on over to our office out in Branson West if you are in the area. As always, you guys, thanks for sticking around, and my information is always going to be in the description. Just know that you can contact me whichever mode of communication you prefer. So call, text, email, we can set up a Zoom, whatever works best for you. And I hope that I can help you make the best move of your life, which would be to Southern Missouri. Until next time, you guys, bye.